What if solving a mystery wasn't about strength, but about knowing exactly where to look? In 2025, the Apothecary Diaries returned with its highly anticipated second season, bringing Maomao back for more mysteries, palace politics, danger, and unexpected discoveries. But what makes Season 2 so special? Let's find out.
They will come. Like the sun, like
The Apothecary Diaries takes us back to the Imperial Palace, where appearances can be extremely deceptive. At first glance, the palace looks beautiful and peaceful, but behind its elegant walls are secrets, rivalries, political schemes, illnesses, poisonings, and problems that can become deadly. And right in the middle of all this is Maomao. Maomao is not a powerful warrior. She doesn't have magical abilities. She isn't a noble princess. Instead, she's an incredibly intelligent young woman with a deep knowledge of medicine, herbs, poison, and human behavior. And that's exactly what makes her so dangerous to any mystery. Give Maomao a strange illness, a suspicious ingredient, or a mysterious incident, and she'll immediately start looking for an explanation. One of the best things about the Apothecary Diaries is Maomao herself. She's extremely intelligent, but she's not written like a perfect genius who knows everything. She's curious, she's sarcastic, she's sometimes strange, and, most importantly, she's obsessed with medicine and poison. When everyone else sees a problem, Maomao sees a puzzle. For example, when someone suddenly becomes sick, she doesn't immediately accept the obvious explanation. She observes the symptoms. She studies the environment. She looks at what the person ate. She considers possible medicines or poisons. Then she puts all the clues together. This makes every mystery feel like a puzzle that the audience can try to solve alongside her. And when Maomao finally discovers the truth, the answer can be surprisingly simple. Of course, we can't talk about the Apothecary Diaries without mentioning Jinshi. Jinshi is one of the most important people in Maomao's life, and their relationship continues to develop throughout Season 2. The funny thing is, Jinshi can be extremely obvious about his feelings. Maomao, she often seems completely distracted by everything else, especially medicine. Their relationship creates some of the funniest moments in the series. But it also adds another layer to the story. Behind the comedy, there are complicated emotions, social positions, and political consequences. The relationship between Maomao and Jinshi isn't simply a typical romance. It's connected to the world around them, and that makes their interactions much more interesting. Season 2 also expands the world beyond simple medical mysteries. The palace becomes increasingly complicated. Different people have different interests. Some want power, some want protection, some want information, and sometimes, even a small incident can be connected to something much bigger. That's where Maomao becomes incredibly valuable. She doesn't necessarily understand every political game happening around her, but she notices details that other people overlook. A strange smell, an unusual symptom, a suspicious ingredient, a person's reaction, something that seems completely insignificant, can suddenly become the key to solving an entire mystery. This is one of the biggest strengths of the series. The story respects small details. Another reason the Apothecary Diaries stands out is its historical atmosphere. The story takes inspiration from an imperial court resembling historical China. The clothing, architecture, medicine, social hierarchy, and palace culture all help create a world that feels different from the usual fantasy anime setting. But the historical setting isn't just decoration. It affects the characters. Maomao can't simply do whatever she wants. Her position in society matters. Gender, status, family, and political relationships can all influence what she is allowed to do. So even when Maomao discovers the truth, revealing the truth can be much more complicated. Sometimes knowing the answer isn't enough. You also have to know when and how to reveal it. And the audience reception has been impressive as well. The series has maintained a strong reputation among anime fans, with the franchise holding an 8.6 out of 10 user rating on IMDb at the time of checking. Season 2 also received major recognition at the 2026 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, including wins for Best Drama and Best Director. It was also nominated for Anime of the Year and Best Character Design. These awards don't automatically make an anime perfect, but they show just how much attention and appreciation the series received.
Can't really be enticed, although it's
So, who should watch the Apothecary Diaries Season 2? If you're looking for non-stop fighting every episode, this might not be the anime for you. But if you enjoy mystery, clever characters, historical settings, drama, subtle romance, and stories that reward attention to detail, then this anime is definitely worth watching. The series doesn't need massive explosions to create tension. Sometimes, a single cup of tea, a strange medicine, or one suspicious sentence can be more dangerous than a battlefield. And that's what makes the Apothecary Diaries so fascinating. Outro. The Apothecary Diaries Season 2 isn't just about Maomao solving mysteries. It's about a clever young woman trying to survive in a world where knowledge can be dangerous, and where even the smallest secret can have enormous consequences. With its fascinating mysteries, memorable characters, beautiful historical setting, and strong storytelling, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2 is easily one of the anime worth checking out from 2025. But what do you think? Is The Apothecary Diaries one of the best anime of 2025? Let me know your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more anime contents. See you in the next video!
everything.